What's up, y'all? West of the 110 back again live, man. Wednesday, middle of the week. Shout out to everybody out there in the world. Regular stuff going on over on this end as normal. With that being said, I hope everybody enjoyed their day, enjoyed their evening, enjoying the evening, wherever you're at, overseas, enjoying your morning or whatever. But I mean, like I say, today's show is Who's Next in America. Man, we've been having a lot of conversations. As I said, we've been having a lot of conversations throughout the day. A lot of good conversations. There's been a lot of changes that's went on, a lot of new policies that's been implemented, uh, a lot of protection that has been lifted to the 300 some odd thousand Haitians here in America that was under a protection order. That is over. Conversation I had with a few people earlier is some people feel like that's a backdoor for us being next. Yeah. Well, reading emails. I don't know why this thing keeps muting. Um, yeah, man. Like I say, man, the protection order has been lifted for some 300 some out Haitians. What's going on, Russ?
All right. What's going on?
Not much, man. Just getting going, sifting through emails. Getting some stuff. Conversations had earlier. We had a conversation earlier. A few other people I had earlier. A lot of people had came with the same ideology, same opinions.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I just recently got off the phone like 7 minutes, before starting the show. I was a little late because of that with a friend of mine. And he was just saying like, man, he said he's in fear as a black man of the Haitians protection order being lifted, and I'm like, what are you scared of?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not saying you don't have a reason to be, but I'm just trying to figure out like what are you scared of? Because a lot of people who are afraid right now don't have a like real legitimate opinion for being scared.
I mean, how is that? I mean, how can you tell if someone is Haitian or just African American by looking at
Well, you can't tell that, but I mean,
them? Okay.
I mean, I don't want to sound stereotypical or racist, but I mean, I'm pretty sure you've probably said before, you can tell that that guy's African by looking at him.
Okay, but we're talking about Haitian now.
Yeah, and I'm saying that, yeah, like from a black perspective or even anybody else perspective, you can't tell the difference between somebody who Haitian and then black American unless you hear the language.
Right. And so, do you really have faith that these people won't use that as a pretext just not to harass African Americans?
Oh, I
And
mean, I agree with you.
and the only thing they're going to say is, "Oh, I thought he was a Haitian," and you really don't have any form of recourse against those actions. So I can already see it's set up. They're gonna throw a whole bunch of brothers in jail and temporarily hold them, and then say, "Oh, we're sorry, you are a citizen. You can go now." And what can you do about it? And that's going to become a new weapon for them to use.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I mean, if that's one way of looking at it, I'm not saying that's a bad way of looking at it. But I mean, like I say, realistically speaking, I mean, I'm gonna do a numbers game right now. Like, how many Black Americans are there in America, estimately, just from your opinion?
You know, what, 12 to 14 million, something like that.
And there's only 350,000 Haitian in America who are not under that protection order right now. And like I mentioned to a few other people that the predominantly the predominantly the predominant area of people who are Haitian migrants in America are in the Florida area, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. And you say that as if people cannot migrate.
No, I didn't. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm just saying, like,
So, and
you
that's
said,
exactly what ICE is going to say. Oh, we went to these other places because we heard they migrated here.
yeah. I mean, I agree with you on that. I mean, you being in the Texas area, I think maybe that's something that everybody has to worry about. But you're a little closer to an area where that was a heavily populated Haitian area, so if they may have migrated to the Texas area.
I mean, even if they didn't, they're going to say it. You're giving them an excuse. And that's all they need is an excuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they like say they run it rampant. It's immunity. You don't have any recourse for their actions. All you want to get is maybe you get an apology.
Yeah, you're right.
That's basically it. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. And then they might no telling how many people they might kill. So shit.
Well, you as an attorney, you've never seen that happen already from the local police mistaking this and just let go with oh, I'm sorry, here you go.
Yeah, sure. I have. And now you just licensed a whole new force to do this. This is not even the local police now. You got a whole new agency ready to come in and do this shit. And to me, they have less training when it comes to involvement with, community involvement. They are more trained in the military aspect to thinking they're going out here to capture and apprehend these suspects. They're not coming out here to serve the community. So they're treating everybody like a suspect or an enemy.
I mean, I would say some local police departments operate that way, treat everybody like a suspect.
True. But at least they may have some type of community relations in place.
So all right, I got a question for you of what you just said. So basically, if they were to do some kind of reinforcing their community relations in their policing, they would be better officers?
Maybe. I really question the officers they're hiring to do this. I mean, I think a lot of them may already have racist ideology behind them, or they support racist notions. And this is just an opportunity for them to get out there and live the dream.
Yeah.
Let me go out here and catch some Mexicans. Hey, well, go catch me some Haitians. So let's get their ass out of our country. Now we've just been licensed by Trump to do this. They've been sanctioned by the president to do so.
Yeah. Well,
giving a bunch of idiots guns.
Well, like if I'm not mistaken, anybody can correct me if I'm wrong. Some of the people who were out there identifying as those agents some were alleging that they were bounty hunters.
I wouldn't, man. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised about that. Hey, it's a 2-for-1 for them. Shit, I could go out and get some minorities and I possibly make a buck off the ones who want it.
Yep. Well, hey, what's up, Rose? I see you hopping in, adding you, but it ain't popping up for some reason.
America's great, man. Let's make America great again.
All right, there we go. What's up, Rose?
What up, man?
What's going on, fella?
What's good with y'all, man?
Fucking Rose that made his way back from the DR after a 3-month escapade, man. How you feel?
I got lost, man. I got lost now.
Hey, man, all I'm gonna say is peace and blessings, my brother. If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
Man, we were just touching up on like some stuff. A lot of shit that's been going on. A lot of protests going on. I think Tom Homan, the border czar, pulled 700 federal officers out of Minnesota, which still leaves roughly about 2,300, if I'm not mistaken, the numbers. President Trump has, I think yesterday was the end of the protection order for the Haitians here, the migrants, like 350,000 of them. So with that protection order being gone, you have a lot of people in the black community feel like that is a backdoor for some open harassment to the black people. What do you think about that, Rose?
I mean, honestly, man, if I'm being 100 with everything, like, the black community has for years been getting harassed. I think this, it's nothing new to us. You know what I mean? Honestly, but for the ones that look like us, it kind of varies because now, the government won't necessarily be able to distinct from, who's a Haitian, who's a Cuban, who's a dark Hispanic, or who's actually African American. You know what I mean? So it opens up a lane for us probably getting harassed more. So I just tell my brothers and sisters, man, just keep, your legal documents on you, to show that, you know, your grandfather was here. You know what I'm saying? And that's where you come from.
I get what you're saying. I mean, me personally, I think people having to go to that extent, especially an American citizen. I mean, if you now you're required to have two forms of IDs to travel. So, a lot of people walking around with driver's license and their state identification. Well, I know a lot of Californians are. So, I would think that those two forms would be good documentation, but those in California would know that they were issuing IDs and driver's license to people who weren't citizens at one point. So I would say probably, I know some people don't want to carry it, but I've heard of some people carrying around their social just in case.
Yeah.
Um,
Me
you know,
personally, I keep my ID and my social on me. I feel like if it get to a greater extent, if I gotta, prove my birth certificate. But to be honest, like even with all of those documents, they still gonna run you regardless. You know what I mean?
mm,
They're still gonna want to verify, and even if you are a legal citizen, they still want to verify, do you got any warrants? You know what I'm saying? That kind of situation. It's just being able to document it, like back in the day, what they say, like stop and frisk. That stop
yeah,
and frisk. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, I mean it's sad, man. But these are the days and times. This is what majority of the people voted for. It's sad, but it is what it is. You know what I mean?
yeah, you're right. You're right. You guys, what you think about that, Russ?
I mean, I've already spoke on it. I think it's you like Rose said, you just open up a lane for them to continually harass the black community, or another opportunity for another agency to come in and harass the black community under the pretext that they're looking for illegal aliens. And do you really believe that there won't be some crooked officer among them who will say that, oh, I thought his documentation was fake? And he knew the documentation was real the whole time, but he just wanted to use that as opportunity to flex authority and take somebody to a detention center for a short period of time, just to hold them, even though they know it might not be someone who's deportable. But shit, it's still punishment if you got to sit there 2-3 days just where they can quote unquote sort it out.
I think what they said, a 72-hour hold. You know what I
Right,
mean?
3-day hold. Shit,
Yeah.
just a 3-day hold. So shit.
Hey, 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 you can correct me if I'm wrong, Russ. Ain't that like local or like regular American law? If you get pulled over or something like that in certain states without identification, they can hold you to identify you in some cases.
I mean, I don't know about some states, but not in Texas. They can't hold you unless you're suspected of some type of crime. Then they can hold you for the 72 hours. But outside of that, no. Just not because you lacked ID. They'll take your ass to jail for failure to identify, and then they have to have a reason to identify you. They can't just walk up to you and say, give me your ID.
Yeah, it definitely should be a reason, but
They have to have, yeah, they have to have reasonable, at least reasonable
reason,
suspicion to think
right?
that you're doing something.
Right.
And
So,
see, and I said that, not to cut you off, Rose. I said that because, for people to hear that, because people, like we said before, we spoke about that before. People need to know the laws where they at, because just because somebody is in a uniform and telling you this, that, and that, don't mean they right.
hmm yeah, I'm not doing anything. I'm just standing outside. I'm not doing anything. I don't have to show you my ID because you just roll up and say, "Give me your ID."
If I'm minding my business and somebody rolls up on me like you need to identify yourself, I'm gonna ask them off the bat, like, what's your probable cause? What's the reason of, you
Yeah, am I
feeling like
suspected of a crime or something?
exactly, and at that point, if they can't present, a legitimate reason, I'm requesting a supervisor. But still remain, cordial, right? Like, because sometimes we can, at least in the
Yeah,
black community, our people, we can escalate the situation. Why you fucking with me? Like, we tend to go hostile in that situation, and that can escalate the situation. But if you calm the collective majority of the time, unless that person is just an asshole, then you could probably, get a legitimate reason of why you being, stopped, or whatever the case. But this administration, it's the times have definitely changed. I feel like we're going more so backwards than we are forward. You know,
100% agreed.
you know, the "Make America Great Again" slogan, and this, I don't mean that. I'm just gonna say this, and I'm gonna bag up. In what era and what time are we talking about? Was America great? Are we talking about when women didn't have the right to vote? Or when we couldn't sit in the same restaurant as white people, or we couldn't go to the same school as white people because it was segregation. What point in time are we talking about? You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Real talk.
Yeah. When was America great for people of color?
I
When
mean,
was
it,
that
it
era?
it never was, but you got some people,
Exactly.
you got some black people who feel that, like some of the older black people felt that they were better in the segregated days. I mean, we were in our community, they were in theirs, and shit. They some people feel that way. What you think
I
about
mean,
that?
I kind of agree to a certain degree because we had our own economic system, our shared values and morals, and we pretty much supported each other in our own like ecosystem. We didn't go outside to the community, outside to the other races for the things we need. Everything was within our own community. You need a doctor, you need a lawyer, you need a dentist. All of that existed in the black community. You had banks. I mean, it was stores. You didn't have to go outside. But
Yeah,
once we integrated, they found ways of keeping us out.
yeah. I agree. That's when the government came into the black family homes, removed the fathers,
Yes.
and so we started becoming more dependent on government assistance instead of dependent on ourselves, and that initially caused a divide or the split. To me, that's what I think. You know what I mean?
Right. We thought we were going to walk
Yeah.
into equality, but it was for us to be equal in this country, unfortunately. Well, like I say, when the Constitution was written, we were considered as chattel. We were not people. So we were not in contemplation when it was written. It was not
wasn't
for.
wasn't human at one point.
That's what chattel is. Chattel is property. That's a
Yeah,
legal
channel.
term for property.
Yeah,
Chattel.
channel.
We were definitely still in chains when it was written.
Right. So it wasn't for us.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. I mean, but like I tell a lot of people, like, just from my opinion, the whole everything that's going on, the spotlight has always been on black people. It's never been off. I mean, some people feel that, oh, just because this race of people is being spotlighted by ICE, yeah, you still got more police in America than ICE, and they fuck with black people all the time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the heat ain't off black people, but it's like, yeah, it's something else you got to worry about, But I mean, hell, look at every time something go on, we got to worry about it, even if it's something that's not directed in the black community. You know what I'm saying? We still got to worry about the effects of some shit. Like we don't want to get targeted or, you know, or blamed for some shit we didn't do. Because what do? They go right to the black person. Look at the news. You know what I'm saying? They don't tell you nothing about the suspect. The only thing we know that he was black.
I think that's what makes things a lot different in today's time. And y'all tell me what y'all feel about this. Like, we've been subject to this our whole lives. Our grandfathers, our great grandfathers, great grandmothers, uncles, since we've been here. Again, I go back to that stop and frisk, right? Like, we've been subject to this. Now that it's been opened up to a wider audience of people that may not necessarily be from this country, now it matters. Like,
No. Yeah.
and no disrespect to no other race, but where was they at when we were in the trenches and still are? Let's be,
True.
politically correct. You know, like, now the world sees just a glimpse of what we experienced our whole lives, man.
And
You know what
still
I mean? Let's be
experiencing.
still experiencing, right?
Right. I mean, what we experience is definitely wrong. But that's why we also should know when someone else experiences it's still wrong. It doesn't make it okay because now you're subject to it. It was wrong when they did it to us, and it's wrong when they do it to them. Wrong is wrong across the board. You
We never said it was right. You know that
no, I'm
like
just saying. I'm just saying that's what it is. So it's not
I get what you're saying. Like, I mean, it's a way you go about things. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I go back to numbers, man. You look at all the numbers from 4 previous presidents, and they had more deportation numbers than the sitting president, and nobody protested. You know what I'm saying? But I mean,
I think
I'm
it's his
just
methods. His methods are what people are objecting to. He's dehumanizing people. He's going to elementary school, snatching little kids out.
yeah.
Those are not measures that any other administration has done before.
No,
He's going to extremes now, and
you're
that's
right.
what I think the
It, was,
issue is.
it
He's
wasn't
pretty
done
much
in this magnitude. You know what I
right.
mean? It wasn't like you turn on the TV and I hope whoever watched this, man, like, pay attention to what's going on. It wasn't done in this magnitude, to where you hear across the country, you know, those elemental P folks is out there harassing communities like tremendously, like even killing people. Like it But how many times have one of our brothers and sisters been struck down by law enforcement and it's just swept under the rug?
So it seems that the light is spreading on more people. So it's no longer just focusing on us. It's focused on all people. It's going to focus on all people of color, all people of certain economic status. Because it's not just a black and white thing here. This is about money.
Yes.
It will be two classes in America. There will be the rich, the very rich, and there will be the poor. There will be no middle class. There will not exist. You're gonna be one or the other. And the majority of the rich are gonna be white people.
My
We're
only thing,
gonna be the working class.
and I want to see what y'all feel about this Russ and P. I've been away for a minute, but I've definitely been evaluating myself and looking at it, at this manner, like, how come people starting to care more instead of when it was our fight and our battle? How come?
Yeah. I
How come?
mean, yeah. I mean, hell, our
Did they
babies
not?
was
Did
being
they?
snatched out of homes as gator bait.
Did
Say
they
more
not?
people are
Did they
being
not
involved
care?
in it now.
Did they not care? It seemed like it's more people protesting now than it was when we was, and we are natural citizens here. We didn't ask to come to this mud. We didn't ask to be here. We were brought here.
And some have to realize they come from a lineage that was already here.
Right. So how come now that is, oh, wait a minute, this is super wrong when we've been getting our ass whooped in the back seat of a police car for eons, man. Come on. How come it matter now? And not degrading no other race, because wrong is wrong, like Russ said. Wrong is wrong, bro. But my
Fact.
problem is that it seemed like it's a little bit same thing with those that choose the gender thing. I feel like at times their rights was more important than ours. A lot of laws was passed a lot quicker than what we struggled through eons and centuries and decades. And I think it's trash, bro. Like, as the black community, and I'm a land like this, we've always been dealt the shitty hand. And that's the way I see it, man.
Yeah, I agree with that. But like I say, the spotlight is now shining on a wider array of people. That's why they care now. It's no longer just us. And I think they're starting to see that this is going to affect almost everybody. Like I say, it's not just for black, white, Mexican, or Hispanic, people of color. If you don't have no money, you are pretty much worthless in this country at this point. Because everything Trump is doing is to benefit the rich. And I don't even mean like millionaires. I mean ultra rich.
And P, I don't want to chop down the show with nothing but fuck Nicki Minaj, nigga.
Oh, yeah, fuck that hoe.
Fuck her, too.
Yeah, man. She lost all her little fan base with that bullshit.
Hey, I mean, hey, that shit, those are y'all opinions, man. I mean, hey, a lot of people, that just go to show a lot of people I hope y'all ain't the ones that saying fuck her now, then was watching her clap ass 10 years ago.
I mean, what watching her clap ass got to do with her being a person? I mean, you could be a fine bitch, but you still could be a dumb bitch at the same time. Those are two separate things, distinct from each other.
Russ, what you say? Dumb as a box of rocks.
Yeah, but you still could be fine.
There was a lot of red flags there. A lot of people just didn't pay attention to them. But I mean, teach his own.
Out there doing a song and dance for a gold card, where she won't get her ass deported.
What's the difference between and not justifying shit they doing? I feel that was stupid as hell. Yeah, I wouldn't have did no shit like that. But I mean, look at what Kamala Harris had during her campaign. She had Megan Thee Stallion up there twerking.
Yeah, I agree. That didn't help either. She was using black people to try to get more votes earlier in her political career. She's never acknowledged as being an African American. So she was just out here bullshitting around, trying to patronize to the black community and hoping to garner some votes, and the shit didn't work.
Yeah, you're right. Hey, what's up, Jay? What's the word?
Hey, Murph.
What's the deal, man? How everything going, man? How you feel about this, man? What's your opinion on that? The protection of the 350,000 Haitians no longer, active.
Oh, I think we're about to see ICE roll on them too. They're they've been in Black Americans' face all arrogant that there's nothing y'all can do about us. So we're about to see just how true that is. It's like, oh, you can't get rid of us. It's like, oh well, we'll see. Trump is gonna test that.
And I get where you're coming from when you say that. Like I get Russ and Rose's opinion. I get what you're saying also, and I get where you're coming from. You know what I'm saying? And and this is something I want to point out from what you said. It's a lot of people come from countries that feed right into the black community and just say, fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's like what he said. And so it's like, damn, it's wrong what's going on to people, but how can you show sympathy to people that came over here and shitted on you?
I mean, they literally have their own N-word for us. Like the people in Minnesota, the Somalis, they call us Jarirs. Haitians. Well, there's a blanket term. All African and diaspora people call us a kata, so they just use it. Like we don't have a word like that for them. We don't have specific words for like any immigrant group to call them out by.
I get what you're saying because, like, for one, black people are an accepting race. Hell, how many black people we know, male or female, you see right now married or dating or have kids with somebody white, Hispanic, or shit. Hell, look who. Remember the chick we was working with at the airline. Hell, she had a, I ain't gonna say her name, but she was an older chick from Austria, and she had a black husband from New Orleans. So they know where to get the pipe from.
That's right. No, individuals are accepting. Individuals are fine, like the whole thing. But it's like groups of people. What you're talking about, when people are acting in the interest of their group, it's a whole different thing. And they're acting in the interest of their group, not in the interest of solidarity with foundational Black Americans.
You're right. I agree with that, and that's my whole point. Where I'm speaking, not everything, but most of my opinion comes from shit like that. It's like it's no hatred towards any group come over here to better themselves or escape from a violent place. Nobody should have to live in fear. I agree, and if you allow people to come over, yeah, you do it the right way and come over. But my thing is, a place like California, they've allowed people to come here illegally, knowingly, and support them, and now they're being round up for breaking the law, entering illegally. Okay, we need you guys to support. But hey, the support that you're getting was supposed to come to us, but we didn't get it because they gave it to y'all.
My thing is, and I think we fail to realize this country was founded on immigrants, bro. You know what I mean? At least the United States. The United States government in existence.
Candy grams are no walk in the park for the older kids. We are talking crushes.
Europeans, they set up 13 colonies. They were not from here. So how can you build a law to say we don't want? It's too many of them now? The fucking Statue of Liberty say, "Give me your poor, give me your weary. I accept them all with open arms." That's what the shit say.
And that's that you're right, but that's for people who want to come. Like say, you see, the Italians and all that in old videos coming over, see Statue of Liberty. What they do, they come right to the port, they go through the process and shit like that. Nowadays, people are not even doing that. They're coming in illegally, and I'm not talking about people specifically south of the border. You got people coming from overseas entering America legal, and in a year living better than somebody who's been working for the city for 30 years.
I'm saying before it was in America, the British came over here and established America. They broke off from Britain and their colonies and established their own. Those was immigrants. Then they went to war and gained the rest of the land. You know what I mean? The French own motherfucking Louisiana and shit down there. You
But
know what
like you
I mean?
said, they came and colonized things. When you colonize, what has to be there for you to colonize?
The word I'm looking for.
People. You got it's already people there.
People and motherfucking not necessities, but
Resources.
resources. There we go. Resources. Thank you, bro.
What was one of the biggest resources back then? Slaves.
Land and fucking gold.
Slaves.
When they originally came here, they were not coming here for for slavery. When the first
land
Americans came here, the pilgrims and shit, or the colonists, they came here for religious freedom. They were being persecuted in England.
No, so they were. I'm just talking about as it pertaining to black people.
But they did find a readily available slave population once they got here.
Yeah.
They figured out they couldn't enslave the Indians. They couldn't enslave the motherfucking white people. So let's go over here across this continent. These black folks going, you know what I mean? They don't know shit. We're going to take them from their religion. We're going to take them from their land, take them somewhere where they don't know. Tobacco, cotton, slaves. Tobacco, cotton, slaves. That triangle. and it became that for 400 some plus years. Then we removed that, right? Let's be real. We removed that. Okay. Then come along this president, Abraham Lincoln, said, okay, North versus South. We don't believe in slavery up here in the North. The South believe in that. The North conquered. All right. After that, the Union over prevailed. What they do in the South? Okay, now we can't make you slave. Now we're gonna make you what they call a sharecroppers, right? Sharecroppers. Now you got to use our tools. You got to be housed here, so you still ain't. It's just like a repeating cycle, bro. We, at least for Black people. So how do we get from that to where we are now to not being able to vote, not being able to sit in restaurants, everything I was telling y'all like 10, 15 minutes ago, to the immigration policy today? I feel like it's so unfair to judge an immigrant because it was established on immigration, bro.
Well, an immigrant is coming today not just because they want a better way of life. The better way of life they're getting is because of the triangle slave trade, tobacco, cotton, and slavery. And all of that resources were built on the backs of American slaves. They're getting to reap the benefits of it while we still aren't able to reap those benefits.
Correct.
So that's why I say, you know, we have a greater claim to the land than they do.
I'll propose a question to that. All right, that's true. But do you think if they stop giving the immigrants the benefits, that somehow they're going to suddenly give them to us if they haven't done it in 400 years?
Hell no. Nah. We still fighting for
So we're still not going to get the shit.
Hell
so
no.
we're out there promoting, hey, let's get them out of here. But we're not going to reap the benefits of that.
We have made more strides than any other group basically in the world living among our oppressors than anybody else, even in a homogenous society. With political buffers out of the way, political buffers meaning immigrants, people who look like us but vote against us, yes, we can conceivably get the benefits that are owed to us through political means.
What has happened for the last 400 years?
We've made more strides than anyone else around the world.
But we still haven't, we're not equal to the certain counterparts in our own country. Not
we
yet.
are the wealthiest group of Black people in the world.
And our wealth is minuscule and compared to the people in power here in this country.
But our political influence is.
Let me differentiate the meaning of wealth, right? Let's break that down.
Wealth isn't just finances.
The wealth in our community is the rappers, the athletes. Nigga, excuse me. You know, I'm trying to be politically correct, but on some real talk. Our daddies don't own banks. Our daddies don't own businesses. Never, you know, some of them may have, but again, in the face of your oppressor, what you say, Jay, in the face of your oppressor or your oppressors, they had to fight tooth and nail and still was taken down, right? Who own McDonald's? We don't. Who own any of these restaurants? We don't. Who own any of these NFL teams? We don't. Who own any of these, anything that's considered gain to anything that generates billions of dollars outside of rappers and athletes in America? What do we own?
And it's true because it goes to the point that you made that. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
It goes to the point that you made of how we're sabotaged. When we got to the point where we were owning our own things, and you know how many communities we talk about, like Rosewood and that were destroyed. You know, our success is actively targeted. You don't see that kind of active targeting of these newcomer groups. You don't see them bombing Little Tokyo or, you know, even wiping out, you know, Little Italy or anything like that. So it's a unique situation that we're in that they're not subjected to.
Right. I agree. So based on that, why do you think they would somehow give us the benefits that the immigrants were getting if they were somehow to eliminate, them from the picture, because they haven't did it in 400 years. So I mean, and every time we've made major strides, like in these communities,
Wait.
they tore it
So
down.
you said 400 years. Well, what benefit? They haven't received any benefits that was promised to Black Americans from 400 years ago.
That's some internal shit right there, because what the immigrants did is they took their little funds and coins and they passed it down to generation. What we did, we said, fuck that, we keeping it for ourselves. We ain't looking out for our people, man. We don't.
No. Well, you got to look at it like this from a numbers game. The money. Okay, people say, okay, what if they've been getting that we were supposed to get? I ain't talking about like just bullshit, but like say for instance, like the welfare system that was in place for a working class to help them with food. They found ways, not saying a certain group of people, just a lot of people who utilize that system fraudulently. They come over here. Like if you call the California DPSS system, they have a line, I believe, that where it say, if you don't have a social security number, you can still get aid. This is in California. So I say that to say this: the money that everybody who work make, the taxes that come out of your money goes to help fund people who send that money to another country to help fund people, which that money doesn't circulate back here. So I'm saying from a numbers game, you know what I'm saying? Like the money you making that you ain't gonna be able to utilize is being sent somewhere else by somebody who shouldn't have even been getting a hold of it in the first place.
No, I get it. Because then when Pookie Girl get out of jail from doing 15 years, 20 years in the pen, he can't get a job. But Pedro can.
He can. And a lot of people don't even know what's that supplemental, like SS supplemental social income they take out of your check. A lot of people don't even really know what that's for. You know where that goes to, right?
Speak on it.
What's it called again, Murph?
That supplemental something income or something like that you may see on the check.
It's a minor percentage being taken out, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah, that goes to programs and government agencies in your state that funds things like for people who can't afford to pay for their medical and stuff. That comes out of your check.
Let's be real. Now, again, we're not judging nobody. Now, here's my main thing. I watched a documentary like 2 weeks ago. It has been illegal immigrants, is what they call it, that has fought in wars, Iraq wars, that are being deported. Do y'all think that's fair?
No, it's not. It's fucked up. It's fucked up because a lot of people now back in the day who have white relatives who fought in the military here to gain citizenship, they didn't get sent back to Canada, Italy, and no shit like that.
That's
literally proving that you're loyal to the country. So no, that's not cool at all.
Yeah, that's not cool at all.
So why are they being deported?
Matt, let me ask this question: under what president was majority of them deported under?
I mean, this has happened, throughout history. Like, George W., his pops, even Barack, Clinton. You know what I mean? Like the last at least 5 presidents for sure.
But it's definitely not an ideological thing. They're all doing it. It's just like to the degree that they're doing it.
Well, I wonder what's the clause. You know what I'm saying? Sorry. Because the clause is if you break something, a lot of people like now, if you just got citizenship within a certain time, you commit a felony, that might break the citizenship clause you have. You may be sent back. You get what I'm saying?
No, I feel you, bro. I feel you. But that should be, if somebody's willing to go lay their life down on the line for a country that they not from, that should be automatic citizenship to me. And their families. I mean, meaning not like maybe not their moms or pops, but if they got wife and kids, for sure.
I agree. I mean, you fight for a country, you go lay your life. I mean, you put your life on the line and you make it out. The least you can do is grant them citizenship. I mean, give them citizenship, no questions asked. No, if you do this or that, you gonna know you a fucking citizen like you already been here. That's how it should be. If you didn't went over there and got dodging bullets and shit. But in a perfect world, that's how it should have gone. But I've seen a documentary like a couple years ago where there's a group right there, not too far from the border of San Diego, where they were all ex-military men, Marines, Army, and they all hang at this place, and they, we're talking about, it's fucked up, but they trying to get back and like seeing what can they do because it's wrong for them being sent home.
Hey Murph, it's called the aggravated felony clause.
So what's that about?
That provision allows deportation of non-citizens, including veterans, for certain criminal convictions, even if they served in the U.S. military. They lived here most of their lives, or the offense was non-violent or decades old.
Well, see, so I know it has to be some kind of clause. I know for a fact they wasn't just gonna say, "Oh, well, you got a speeding ticket, you gone." No, it had to be something. So
military service doesn't protect non-citizen vets. The INA's aggravated felony clause overrides it. So yeah.
See, there's got to be something in the writing, but like you say, it's how it's presented. Like even in media, you're not going to hear that part. You're just going to hear veterans were sent back.
Yeah.
What's up, Don?
What's going on, my brother?
Not much, man. How that margarita over there hitting on this nice hot 85-degree LA evening?
Man, I don't consume alcohol.
I wasn't talking about the drink. I was talking about the lady margarita.
She's legal.
In certain states.
Hey, in certain states. What do you say? Like Ron Jeremy said, that backdoor stuff is illegal in certain states.
What the fuck?
What the fuck? Hey, speaking of she's legal, what do you think about the allegations now of like, some of the names coming up in the Epstein files, like some popular rappers and others and shit like that, who's allegedly supposed to have fled the country and going through divorce and shit like that?
You mean like Nicki Minaj?
Well, she's one doing what she got to do for citizenship. Maybe that's a Young Money thing. Because remember when Lil Wayne was facing those federal charges, he rode the Trump train and got out of it. So maybe that's a Cash Money, Young Money thing.
I mean, to each his own. I mean, some people will sell anything. So I mean, some people you can buy, some people you can't. So I guess that's on her or whoever. I'm not into that shit.
I know for the people who into buying stuff on Figueroa, y'all better not do it no more because they got cameras up and down. They're going to impound your car. They're going to tell your wife what you're doing. They're going to tell your job. They're going to start putting your face back in the LA Times section in the paper, right near the popular section too, where everybody read. Your face going to be right there.
Really? Is that right? Somebody told me that the other day too.
So is the shit legal or not?
No, it's not legal, but it's not a felony. It's the only reason they're targeted it now because of the residents in up and down Fig have complained so much that the traffic is bothering them. So they're answering citizens' complaints.
Mm-hmm.
So basically saying, well, you hear they didn't say they're gonna arrest the prostitutes.
Just gonna shame the Johns.
They shaming the Johns for coming in other people's neighborhoods, blocking their driveways, pulling in people's driveways, getting fixed up, and leaving.
Man, it sounds like they hate now too.
Hey, can you imagine that shit? You come home from a hard day at work, it's like 11 o'clock at night, you can't get in your driveway like, man, I know who this in my house. And you walk up and you see a lady who you know from the neighborhood in there topping somebody up.
I don't give a fuck. If it's a midget there, they're just gonna have to arrest me.
Why? Because you got next.
Get
out of there, you're doing it wrong. How it's done.
You gotta pay a fee.
What you say? What you say, Don? You gonna say, hey man, move over. Let me show you how to shove it up my fucking mouth, man.
What the fuck?
But hey, what do you guys think about making it legal, prostitution here in LA?
Hell
Might
no.
as well.
Hell
Might as
no.
well.
Hell no. Hell no. Hell no.
Why is the
You make
government
that.
continue trying to govern morality?
No,
Well,
you can't
what
do
you
that,
say?
man.
Consenting adults.
Don,
You
what,
got two
Don
consenting
don't Don don't have enough willpower.
No, no. It's just that if you make that
Don
shit,
said
if
Don said
you
you
make
legalize
that.
that shit, I'm gonna be out of money.
I'm trying to save my pockets, huh?
Yeah, sick ass. Nah, that shit shouldn't be legal, man. Hell no.
Why not? It's been around since the beginning of time.
Yeah, but
Which
I mean,
one?
that doesn't. I mean, morality. You gotta have some type of morality, man.
So
Society,
why is
man.
the government? It's not the government's job to regulate my morality.
Well, yeah, why not? I mean, because the next thing you know, you have kids doing that shit. Kids shouldn't be out there
Kids
doing
don't
that
do it
shit.
any damn
Kids
way.
are
No,
already doing
well,
it. It's called OnlyFans.
Huh, I didn't
it's
talking
What
about.
the hell? No,
it's
no, no,
regulated.
no,
Like
no.
and
You,
like in Mexico, it's regulated. Like the ladies of the night on the street, they're all legal. They work with the government. They have to be carded. Like you have to get like a in certain states you need a weed card. Out there, the hookers have a card. If they don't have it when the police stop them, they could be arrested and won't be able to work that no more. They register with the state. They got to get checked like I think 3 times a month. And so basically they're clean. The ladies out there clean. That's how they say they eliminate the spread of disease, kidnapping, and all that stuff.
Yeah, I think that's a better approach than trying to regulate it or criminalize it.
I really can't understand what type of man would want prostitution to be legal.
What'd you say?
Why
Really, I
not?
don't.
I mean,
I
why
don't.
not?
I don't.
What's the problem?
I don't.
Hey, Jay, what'd you tell him? Tell him, say, hey, Dave, see, sometime you go a few months and you have an extra 20 in your pocket, huh?
Yeah, grown people can do whatever the hell they want to do.
Nah,
Like
I don't
I said,
think
as long as it's
Yeah, and it's safer
consenting
for everyone
adults,
all around. So yeah.
it's consenting adults. Nobody's being trafficked or forced to do anything. Everybody's over age, over legal. Hey, do what you do. Shit.
Trafficking is there to fund an illegal operation. If it's legal, then you'll see a drop of trafficking and all the child shit as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
All that because it'll be regulated to where you have to be a certain age in order to do it.
Yeah. So
like,
there's gonna always be perverts. There's gonna always be perverts. There's gonna always be somebody trying to look at children to do their little perverted shit with. Hell the fuck no.
So do you think criminalizing prostitution is going to prevent that? No, those people are still going to do it.
You know what they should do is cut off their shit. Then you ain't got to worry about that shit.
I was just about to say that some countries just okayed it. Some country just okayed it to where they will castrate you now if you're convicted of that. I can't remember what country. I'm gonna post it on Facebook.
Exactly.
Was that Italy? I think that was Italy.
Was it one of them countries? Something like that. Yeah.
Italy. I saw that today too. Yeah, I have no problem with that. I mean, if you out here doing
chemical
kids, yes, of course. If you screwing with kids, of course, you deserve what you get. But I'm talking about consenting adults. I'm not talking about children.
That dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of things that are criminalized nowadays lead to a lot of the criminality. I think legal drugs would end, the cartels. Illegal prostitution would end trafficking. So,
right.
That's just my idea.
And so basically saying there's too many people who's claiming to be on the legal side, eating off the illegal work. So they won't benefit from it. So that's why it's still going. Not saying solely, but that's a big part of it.
Look,
I mean, you've got the military industrial complex all wrapped up in the cartel war. So, there's no real motivation to make it legal.
Like drugs.
Look how many circles we had to run through just to get marijuana decriminalized.
Yeah. And it's still not all the way decriminalized, even though Trump had knocked it down to like a class 3 to basically get on the same level as booze. But still, I mean, you can work a DOT job if you drink alcohol, but you can't do it if you drink, fuck with marijuana, which I think, hell, somebody showing up to work who got to drive hungover is worse than somebody who may have smoked a good bleezy before he came to work.
Yep.
So, I mean, I think they need to reevaluate that shit. I mean, hell, RFK, he charge of health. I think marijuana is part of health. Reevaluate it more. You're trying to get this lab meeting shit out of there. Hell, look at all this other shit that's going on. Hell, look at it from a money standpoint. I bet money if they federally legalize marijuana for 1 year, that 1 year from say next January to the following January, they would probably pull America out of debt.
Not right now, because they done went trillions of dollars into debt. Like 300 trillion or some shit that we off in debt all of a sudden. And it's gonna take a lot of shit to get that shit out. It's gonna take a lot of shit to get that out.
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah, any new revenue stream is gonna be great. And it's just like alcohol too. Once they legalize alcohol again, people stop going blind from bad moonshine. It's the government gets to regulate it, and it's healthier not healthier, but less deadly.
And people forget about that shit. People forget about the people who were messing themselves up drinking moonshine that somebody made that couldn't read.
But we've had we've had part of this discussion. We've had part of this discussion before. Let's not be blind to the fact that you can make all that money, but don't forget that alcohol is still carcinogen. Ain't no way getting away from that, and it will fuck you up. It will give you that shit, that C shit. So don't act like it's water you drinking.
Yeah.
Same thing as cigarettes, same shit. Same shit.
They know that already, but the lobbyists give them so much money, they still let the alcohol industry.
Oh yeah, exactly. It's money. It's money.
It's money. You kill us. If you pay the right people, you can kill us. It don't matter.
Yeah. Real talk. Real talk.
I'm gonna say this too, and not in defense of major companies, but it's all down to the person. Nobody's forcing you to drink that shit either.
Very true.
That's true.
That's true. Hey, but again, think about it. Now there's warning packages, labels on cigarettes.
Okay, so here's the thing with something about
nobody's forcing them to smoke or drink that shit.
But they still put those packages on there to deter them. They don't put those packages on alcohol because of the money that alcohol brings in.
You were talking about the Epstein thing earlier.
Yeah.
How much do you feel wealth contributes to degenerate behavior?
It contributes a lot because some people have so much money and they've, sat around and, thought about the most random shit and have accomplished that with the wealth that they start thinking outside of the box. You know what? Maybe I can get away with this and won't get caught.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. We had a kid
right,
here.
People always say, this guy got caught with this kid, he has all this money, he could have any woman he wants. And I think that's just the thing. Like, he can't have any woman he wants. He knows that, so he needs something else now.
Mm-hmm. He
needs a new thrill.
That's a legitimate legal defense.
And that's how these people wind up on Epstein Island.
Because they had a kid here in Texas of, I don't know, maybe 5 to 10 years
or
ago.
At the Diddy party.
No, he stole he was a rich kid. His family was extremely wealthy. He stole his dad's F-350 pickup truck, got sloppy drunk, went down the highway and killed some people. They took him to trial, and his defense was that his family was so rich that he didn't understand consequences. And he actually got probation for that shit. So that shows you what wealth can do. It can provide you a legal defense saying that you don't even understand consequences because you're too wealthy. And I believe a lot of wealthy people are in that. They don't understand consequences because they can pay their way out of it.
Well, I agree with that. That's just like the story that happened out in California, LA, not too long ago, a couple years ago. The white kid who lived in Malibu who came down gang banging with the Crips and they end up unaliving somebody But you know, his family had money and got him a lawyer, and the lawyer got, you know, the judge to see it from their side, saying that he was just enticed by gang life and wanted to hang out with them kids. So he didn't get convicted of it, but the other people in the car that he was with, and he was the driver, mind you, of that shooting that took place, he got off, but they got convicted.
Amazing.
Wow. Yep.
Interesting.
And I don't know who his family is, but evidently who they are, they got money and they had a powerful ass lawyer that got the job done. So, I mean, to each his own. Like I say, from the judicial system, hey, that's what the judge say. Hey, he won. But we all know that that's some fucked up shit. The other three got an L, and this dude got, you know, he got an L at Lucy's.
Yeah, when you look at the crime statistics, you know, people don't realize that a lot of those people are in or serving time because they pled to an offense that they didn't do just because they'd get lesser time, even if they were innocent. So just because they couldn't get good.
True. I think you talked about this before, Russ. A lot of people be pleading the shit that they, you know, didn't even do.
Yeah. They'll want to subject themselves to trial and harsher sentences. So they'll take the easy way out.
And a lot of DAs make their money and careers off that. You know, a lot of them. If you do the track record on some of them have never really won too many cases fair out. They just got people to take a deal.
Right.
Yeah. Because people don't want to, you know,
they'd rather do that and keep their record straight than actually do their job.
They don't want to jeopardize their liberty, you know, and trying to play with this DA who, because there's a saying,
that's
a great DA.
You know, again, when people, you know, racist people especially cite crime statistics, they don't cite that the fact that Black American men especially are the most, I don't want to say exonerated, exonerated after the fact. So, like, you know, someone will come and, you know, give them a proper legal defense, and it turns out they didn't do what they did. So,
look, I've had a DA tell me if I make him work, he's going to make my client's punishment harsher if he's convicted. So don't challenge him is what he's basically saying. So they do it all the time.
So what did you do, Roman J. Israel Esquire? Did you go in there and give him a hell of a case, a hell of a matchup that day?
Shit, I talk to my client and see what you want to do.
What was that?
It's always up to the client, really. Because you go, the lawyer goes home anyway it goes. I go home. You have to make that decision. What you want to do. Huh?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah. How do you feel as far as, okay, like you say, the client has to make that decision, but you as a lawyer, as a man, do you have a preference to say, like, you know what, my skill set is equal or better than this guy, and this is what I suggest for you?
Yeah, of course, but sometimes it's not even about your skill set. You have to take a look at where you at and who you up. Where, you know, where am I? I'm in a white county. I'm in a predominantly white county. I have a person of color here.
Yeah.
Now, I'm a black lawyer, and something. I mean, you may not want.
And all the jurors are black. All the jurors are white.
Jurors are white, exactly. Now, I may get up there. I may present the best legal argument in the world, but all they see is a black guy.
Yeah.
And it don't matter what I'm saying. I mean, in some circumstances, that's true. It's true. So you just got to kind of, you know, take note of where you at and what you're up against at that time.
Okay. Understandable.
Well, that's why it's also knowledgeable, and also, I mean, me personally, I tell anybody, be knowledgeable of, you know, the laws a little bit, because, you know, you never know when you might need them for yourself.
Yep. Hell, a jury might convict you because they didn't like the color tie you had on. They thought that your suit was ugly.
Yeah. Maybe they looked at your face and you have one of those little sores on your lip like Jason from eating one of those girls, and they be like, you know what, I convict this motherfucker.
They might. Shit, you never know. Shit. You never know.
What you say, JJ? Like, how the hell I get in this?
That's a hell of a circumstance to be in. And I wouldn't want to be in that situation for sure, Russ. You got to do what you got to do.
A lot of people put themselves in situations they shouldn't be in or didn't want to be in. That's like real talk. How many? It's still some cats today. A lot of these older dudes, cats in their mid-50s, who thinking they all that and shit are older out there going to fuck with these young girls who staying in the hood and shit. You know, these niggas creeping in the hood, getting shot at, you know, at 60 years old behind some young cat. And don't be putting yourself in no fucking life or death situation behind some girl that's your granddaughter age.
Really. That's
it
good
ain't
talk.
working. And some of these niggas is crazy out here smashing these chicks and they smashed their mama back in the day. They are sick.
Yeah, that's right.
like real shit. Hey, I don't know if it's true or not. Y'all
You say I smashed the mama and the daughter?
No, I'm saying like I said, some of these motherfuckers are sick nowadays. These older guys is hitting chicks that's young and they didn't smash the girl's mama back in the day too. You know, I'm like, damn, y'all done had the mom. Now you laying the daughter down 30 years later.
Shit, real.
Russ said, I've been there.
Shit, shit. Hell, salute. Shit, salute, motherfucker, salute.
He said, Russ said, yeah, this magic finger been a lot of places.
Shit.
What he say? What do you call it? The chicken strip has been a lot of places.
Tickle.
But real talk, hey, I don't know if y'all seen this story. I don't know if it's true or not. That's been going around Facebook. This lady talking about she gave her son up years ago when she was like 15, and she dating this young dude nowadays and come to find out that that's her son that she gave up, and they've been sexually intimate and all this shit.
I see that. That's disgusting. I hope
y'all, man.
That's wow. They're gonna have a baby too.
I don't think it came to that, but just saying, like, shit, she's an older woman, not older like that. I mean, shit, in her 40s she don't look that old with a YN, so of course he busting that down. So how you gonna tell this boy, I'm your mama, and he been all up in you.
Damn it. Damn it. And she in love, huh? I'm in love with my son.
Well, I mean, like of human nature, without her knowing, she probably was catching feelings. But I hope when she found out after that, them feelings left.
But she's still bunking.
Replaced with the feelings of disgust and nausea.
Hey, what you say, Grieve? It's a sick world. She probably went back over there when she found out and let him hit the ring eye, huh?
She said, this is going to be the last time.
This is going to be the last time, promise.
I promise. Hey, what'd you say? Have an old redneck neighbor next door say, what in the hell is that boy and his mom over there doing? Oh, man. Like I said, I don't know if that story is true or not, but I said that's kind of strange. But in today's world, and I read the comments. Somebody even commented saying, I know the family, and found out that the son knew that it was the mom the whole time. I said, oh, yeah, that ain't true. I'm like, if he did, that's a sick ass nigga. But wouldn't that be more disgusted than that? But some of these dudes and some of these people, I ain't gonna say this dude, they harbor so much hatred that say he was giving up at the baby. He found out that it was his mom. Yeah, I'm finna get back at her. Some motherfuckers had so sick in the head. What if he thought some shit like that?
Well, he's sick in the head.
That's some sick shit.
I think that happened in Texas. They may be calling Russ Stringfellow's office, man. They may need an attorney sooner or later for something, like he said, look, man, I want to put my son on child support. He think he gonna have a baby with me and then not take care of it.
I would laugh so hard. I would laugh.
Hey, can you imagine that shit? Just imagine that the court, like if you that shit, y'all see a judge and get in front of a judge and you sitting there, Your Honor, this is my client. You know, she said her son walked out on the kid. Wait, judge, like her. Wait a minute, her what?
What? Yeah, I'm here for paternity testing.
He's like, I ought to get on you for accepting this motherfucker. You know, excuse my language.
That's just 100% familial DNA. It's like 100% match.
DNA results 100%.
Hey, he said, this is the first time we've ever seen 109%. You know,
we went above and beyond.
Yeah.
Hey, and speaking of that, that's what a comment was made on the news. They were talking about when they were mentioning Minnesota. Since we on this subject, they were saying that in that country, it's alleged that a lot of people knowingly marry their first cousin. That's what they do. They got big families, so they said, man, that can be a big reason for if you notice a lot of people from Somalia resemble each other, like facial structures. And all that shit.
I heard that as well.
Yeah, like they say because that country believes in a lot of incest.
Damn it.
And I said it can make sense. I mean, if you really, I've seen, there's quite a few Somalian communities in the Inglewood, LA area, and if you really look at a lot of them, some that I know, they all really like facial structure. Not saying all people look alike, but from the facial structures, like damn, they could be related.
What's that on?
I think if you like run around with clans and tribes and stuff like that, there's a bigger chance of like the inbreeding because like you don't express yourself outward much. Not like America where we just like hook up with anybody.
Yeah, and that's something. I'm glad you brought that up, Jay. A lot of dudes don't value their meats, meaning they'll put it in any broad and shoot up in any broad. Like you don't value your seed at all, man. You will spit a seed into a fucking bitch that's gonna shoot out a straight demon.
No,
like real talk, man.
Don't stick it in crazy.
Like real shit. Some people know some broads is crazy, but she looks so good. Yeah, you gonna hate you did that.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you say? He said, how that motherfucker come out with a forehead like that?
What'd you say, Jay?
Nasty motherfucker.
Hey, I'm telling you, you gotta respect your meats. People, a lot of men look at women and criticize them and say, "Oh, she thinks she high maintenance. Oh, she thinks she better than me or some shit." No, man, just some ladies ain't finna give they cat to just anybody, which is understandable and respectable. Some dudes will go out here and shit. If Carl say let's go, they gonna go up in him.
Well, let's not just
responsible reproduction is the foundation for a good society.
And people shame sex so much nowadays. You see an accidental titty or something on TV. Oh man, she should be. Oh, that's so disgusting. Like, how do y'all think y'all were here? Do y'all really think a stork delivered y'all?
That's funny. In the age of OnlyFans, people are still prudish.
Yeah, right. I haven't heard that shit. It's pretty much widespread now. It's all on Instagram. I'm watching Instagram the other day. Hell, they flashing titties and cat on TV on the fucking screen. I'm like, what the hell? They don't monitor this shit no more or something?
You can get away with showing titties on YouTube if you call it a breastfeeding tutorial.
Oh, you can do. Hey, you can do that. You can do that on Facebook. Hell, it's got a whole little page of women with 33 Z titties out there breastfeeding.
Look, why is this baby 39 years old?
Real shit. Hey, what'd you say? You see Don up there lashed to one. Like, hey, what the hell that fool up there doing?
That's a 55-year-old baby. Oh man.
But that's true, man. A lot of changes going on, man.
Ugh. I follow this chick on TikTok, and she talks about donor conceived people because she was one, and She was saying that
Hello?
donor-conceived people hooking up with their siblings is a lot more common than you would think. So that's kind of crazy too.
How do they find each other? That's what I want to know.
Because they're like all the donation centers are in the same kind of general location. So, you know, if somebody's getting knocked up from the same source, so chances are they're going to get knocked up by the same sperm. So
That's pretty sickening.
That's a roll of the dice, man.
That's pretty sickening.
You're going to come across your sibling from a donor, another donor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's like getting struck by lightning.
That's some sick ass motherfuckers.
That's like a needle in the haystack.
I don't think they knowingly know it. See,
Well, then when you find out and continue doing it,
oh no, they're not knowingly going for it. No,
right? But he's saying
some
that's
places
sick,
where
like
it's so
they going
common,
out
they encourage people to get genetic testing before they date.
Yeah, they should. They should. I mean, think about it. You know, how you feel about hitting your sister?
Yeah. All of a sudden.
I mean, that'd be.
Not in the fun stepsis way.
that would be pretty disturbing though, man. Like
Yeah.
you know, I mean, but you know, I mean, to you know, I ain't to each his own. You got people that do weird shit all the time, man, and don't think nothing of it. Like I say, it's kind of crazy. A lot of the people that probably shame you is doing some weird shit like that, you know.
Real talk.
So,
real talk.
But like I said, you got to keep your eyes open, especially like with food, the food you eating, the food you eating, you got to watch out not only how it's being prepared, but who's preparing it. You know what I'm saying? You got some weird ass motherfuckers that you know prepping your food, you know, working at these spots, putting food you're eating, you ain't thinking nothing of it.
What you saying? What you saying? That Jason sat down and he started eating on homegirl. Then all of a sudden he tasted a certain taste and was like, "I don't like this shit no more."
See, they going at each other.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but
it sounded like this.
Is that right? Is that right, Jason?
Yeah, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that?
I said I wanted some fresh fish, bitch.
Hey, what'd you say? Mercy Green said he said fresh fish. That don't sound like fish at all. That sounds like a collapsed colon right there.
He said, I wanted
this fish
I wanted
is spoiled.
salmon. This is tilapia.
This shit been spoiled. You left this fish out too damn long.
This shit ain't fresh.
You're supposed to refrigerate this shit.
Hey, I thought it was salmon. It's tilapia.
Hey, what'd you say? Yeah, salmon a little expensive. It's more like tilapia.
Yeah.
This nigga some sway.
Oh shit! You know what they say about tilapia out here? The tilapia out here is fucked up because they feed it pellets. They say
Not only that.
They say you might as well be eating they say you might as well be eating a block of lard.
Yeah.
You eating tilapia out here.
Yeah, not only that,
they use tilapia to clean the
cesspool
water, right? Yeah,
the cesspool.
And sell the tilapia to people to eat. Oh hell no.
Yep. I had a buddy. Well, I ain't gonna say a buddy. I knew a guy before, like a couple, you know, back in the day. He used to fish, not there, but he worked for a company that would fish the fish out of the cesspools. You know,
damn it.
They would get them out. You know, not fish with a pole, but they the ones who got them out of the pools, and you know they put them into a cleaner. What they way of cleaning a fish is, you know, since they live in water. So obviously, they say that you know whatever water they're in is obviously going to freshen their body up. But a lot of them say the water don't impact their meat. I'm like, yeah, you can say that all you want. Yeah. You sit your arm in water for an hour or two, that motherfucker gets soggy. That mean that water then soaked in your skin. So
you know what I'm saying? You put it in marinade to flavor it, so of course it's gonna affect.
Yeah, motherfucking fish been in MacArthur Park water for a week. Yeah, it's gonna be contaminated.
Tastes like crap.
That's it. Hey, and I remember. I remember working there in the morning, seeing people out there early. They try to fish before 6, so the game warden wouldn't show up. And I saw one dude. He was out there wrestling with one. I said, how long you been fighting this one? He said, oh, about good 15 minutes. I said, so you must gonna eat that shit then. You are crazy. You sitting there fighting this fish? I said, it must be a big one living in there for a while. And I said, they gotta have at the time. I think had like some Asian carp. I said, who gonna eat that?
Yeah, that's some nasty shit, dog.
Yeah, that lake is nasty, man. I literally seen the motherfucker like one of them drunks scoop his hand down there. Like he rinse his hair off in a hot day. He's sitting there scooping his hand down there, rinsing his head off, and his buddy was right next to him pissing in the water.
Nasty ass motherfucking shit.
Drunk, cause a hot ass day in the summer. It's fucking 11:45. It's fucking 90 degrees. The motherfucker sitting there rinsing off, and his buddy drunk, just letting it go right next to him. I said, "These are sick of this fool."
I don't get people who fish off the pier down here and eat it. I don't think.
Yeah, all the trash and spit and everything, and fish eating the shit that people throw off. Leftover hot dog buns and shit like that. Stuff they not supposed to be eating. So that's why I say you got to watch what you eat. Some people be like, "Oh, I'm eating healthy. I'm eating fish." Yeah, where was that fish caught? Oh, this is mahi fish. Where the hell you gonna get mahi in South Central? You know what I'm saying? like you better make sure that you don't even know what mahi is. They got red tilapia too. You can catch big red tilapia that some stores mistaken and say, "Oh, this is red snapper." Real shit. You can Google that. Google red tilapia. A lot of people, it'll blow your mind. Ain't nothing wrong with good old fish. Shit, some orange roughy fish sound pretty good. But then that's what happened too, man. It's funny we speaking of that, man. You remember back in the day, most of the fish spots was ran by brothers. I want to say that was everywhere. South California, you know what I'm saying? The mom and pop fish spots. Shit, you had brother Sam and his wife Lydia back there making that fish.
The Asians been on the you buy, we fry down here shit since I was little.
They had that too out here. They had that too. They had it out here too. They still got it, but
I just found out that Ralph's over here fries fish if you purchase it. I didn't know that.
Yeah, the Ralph's on Manchester and Western. They've been doing it for years.
It might be Kroger's where you are, Russ.
Yeah, Kroger's down there.
They don't fry fish in Kroger's here.
Oh, okay.
No, they don't do that.
Ones out here, shit, they fry it up for you. But I be saying to myself, I don't want.
It's not bad either. It's pretty good. So
yeah, it's good if you're gonna get a small little batch. But
again, it's all about what you pick. So
yeah, about what you pick. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people get that catfish nuggets that be right there. I see that at Ralph's too. Motherfucker went and said, "Let me get 3 pounds of them catfish nuggets." Hey, y'all still doing fry it? Go ahead and fry it all up for me right now. I said to myself, "Are this nigga finna eat 3 pounds of catfish nuggets?"
Shit. Later, he going home and feed the fam.
Yeah, well, I gotta eat my fish fresh. I don't like. That's one thing I don't like doing. Like eating fish fresh. I don't like warming up fish.
Well, it's a walk, huh?
I mean, that shit gotta be fried hot. I mean, and like I said, I'm not a catfish eater, man. I'm not eating no.
You're Texas, right, Russ?
Yeah, I'm Texas.
What's the rule on distilling in Texas? Can you guys do that or no? Or do you know?
I don't know. I honestly don't. I probably not. And if you do, it's probably limited to real small batches.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But I'm not sure.
Pretty much every state you can make beer and wine, but I was just wondering if you could do spirits. So,
right, I'm not sure.
Yeah, they might regulate that because, like you said, you make the wrong spirit, you fuck up somebody's eardrum.
Yeah, that's not good, motherfucker. Go deaf. You go deaf, you take
deaf and blind.
Go blind.
Right.
Deaf and blind. That's like a mechanic they had out here a while ago. They was criticizing.
I've been seeing a bunch of videos on basically all the platforms, YouTube, Instagram, everything for like making cheap alcohol at home, basically fruit juice and yeast, and that's historically an indicator of a bad society when people are trying to make cheap alcohol.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really interesting observation on what's going on nowadays.
Well, I would say a good observation too for some people to really pay attention to is the Olympics are coming, and if you're in a major city, if you got some kind of craft, talent wise,
Oh, and
on a
growing your own
food
food
level,
tutorials. A lot of that too.
well, shit, everybody should know how to grow their own food. Well, you'd be surprised who don't know how to grow their own food. Oh man, look like Don said, "Fuck it, man. I gotta get up out of here."
Let me get the figure on right quick.
See, hey, they got them cameras up, man. I tell people, hey, them cameras are up. They not playing.
Let me get out there before it get dark. Shit.
Hey, what you say? Jay said, "Shit, that's when you wanna go when it's dark."
No, Don said, "I want to see if the police watching shit. Make sure I can see them."
Oh man, yeah, man. But like I say, man, we just doing a quick little. Well, I ain't gonna say quick. We've been on here for a while, but doing a show, catching up. Letting people know what's going on. Yeah, man. Hey, Russ, man, y'all got anything to say before we get up out of here, man? Give them some news they could use.
Oh man, everybody be safe out there. Keep your eyes open, be well, keep your head on the swivel because they trying to pull the wool over our eyes. But if you need an attorney, if you're in Texas or any other state and it's a personal injury claim, give us a call at Stringfellow, Taylor and Associates. 832-742-0700. That's it. Y'all have a good night.
That's what's up, man. Hey, Jay, man, you got some news to people? Well, shit, Jay on and off, man. Jay, like, he probably hit Don right now. Let me Don. What street of Fig you on?
He said, they meeting up right now. Oh man, you about a block ahead of me. There you go.
Hey, what'd you say, Jay? I saw Jay. Jay said he would hit Don. Where you at? You on Blade and what? So we don't even call it Fig no more. I told my wife that shit the other day. She like, what the fuck are you talking about? She said, where you at? I said, shit, right now I'm passing Blade and 80. She said, where the fuck is Blade? And I said, Figueroa and 80. So. But yeah, hey man, you got something you want to hit the people off with, Jay, man? Whatever you got on your mind, man, go ahead, let them know.
Nothing right now. Peace out.
Well, yeah, man. Well, like I say, man, it's West of the 110, man. Wednesday night, giving you some midweek news, update on some stuff. If it ain't no stuff out there you need to know, go find something you should know. But like I say, West of the 110, we don't talk, don't end. It just take a break.